Welcome back to Game Informer's Super Replay of Resident Evil 4. We're chugging along here, making good progress. Actually, that's Tim Turi making all the progress. Hello, sir.
Hello.
I'm Andrew Reiner. We got Ben Hansen sitting in on this episode.
I'm happy to be here.
Hey, Ben.
Tim, what are you doing here?
I came over from Capcom there in San Francisco to play Resident Evil 4 with my old Game Informer buddies.
What an absurdly generous thing to do.
It's not generous. I just like hanging out with you guys.
And Capcom paid for the flight?
Well, I mean,
Cool.
hold on a second. I'm getting my butt kicked right out of the gate. I should have used a grenade. Please get out of my way, people.
And as you're doing that, got to introduce Jeff Marchiafava. He's back.
Yeah, I'm also here, guys. Thanks.
The hound dog himself.
Unbelievable.
Oh my God!
What happened?
Someone shot a rocket at me. Okay, off to a rocky start, Ben. It's
You don't have any more. Any
What's
more of
that,
those
Mumbles?
plants.
Bam!
Oh my! Oh, he's still coming at you, Tim.
Oh
Wait,
my
it's one of
God.
these. Hold on. I got it.
Has it been this intense the entire time?
Man,
Some of the fights have, yeah.
it has been. I've forgotten how. Wait, where are the rockets coming from? Are they still going? Did that guy die?
Yeah, I would like your take on this, Hansen, and Fava as well. One of the points we keep going back to is how this game
Where'd
just
that thing come
ramps up the intensity of the battles and maintains it for such a long time. And
For sure.
Few games do this. Like we were talking about how Doom is a new one that recently did that, where you're just like, how long is this fight going to go on?
And that's a good thing?
That's a great thing. Yeah, by the end of it, you feel exhausted, but also the sense of victory is just incredible.
Yeah.
Can you think of any games that kind of do a similar thing that you've appreciated? Or
Just consistent fights. It's like, I don't know how long this is going to happen.
just when a fight starts and it's just like, it just keeps going.
I mean, a classic example I always think of is like RTS games. Like StarCraft 2 does this a fair amount where it's like, hey, hold this point for a certain amount. We're just going to send wave after wave.
Oh,
and it's
right.
like, it just comes to the climax where it's like, I can't hold out. I don't know how much longer I can
Your
hold
nerves
this
are
thing.
frayed. Like,
Completely Walter Frayed. Just look at him go.
look at him. Look at Walter Frayed from Game of
that
Thrones.
what
But I think
Get
of, like, I feel like Uncharted, the Uncharted series does it as well, but maybe not in a good way. Where it's just like, are we still
Yeah.
fighting? Is this still going on? Okay,
Yeah.
they're still hiding out in that pirate ship down there.
How many more buildings are going to fall on me?
Right.
I've been trying to think about why this has felt so like harried and intense, like more so than some other playthroughs. And we're talking about like, well, we got just a couple days to do it, but also just not taking a breath and walking away in between, because we're doing back to back recordings.
Butt to butt, we call it, yeah.
Butt to butt. And this is like, this game is one that I need to catch my breath from sometimes, because it's a long game. There's a lot here.
It's a meaty package.
It is a meaty package, Ben Hansen.
It's a good kind of stressful, right?
Oh, Lord. Oh, this is the Bell Guy area, isn't it?
It's the second part. I fought two of them before,
Okay.
but
Oh, crap.
Those guys don't look good, Tim.
Jesus, Martha.
Why you say Martha?
Are they listening to music back there?
Oh!
So, Tim, you talk about how grounded all Resident Evil enemies are. What's up with those guys? Are those human beings
Well,
that have just been supercharged?
we also talked about how this one is where things started to go a little bit crazier. Hold on a second. In a big way. This is way crazier than the previous, where it's all certain enemies that are based on, like certain animals that have been tested on, or things of that nature.
It's all science.
And so these guys are based on Bebop or Rocksteady as the animal basis?
Yeah, so both.
Okay.
Both have been infected with Las Plagas.
Perfect.
Did
Wow, that took that guy down. Oh, no, he's getting up.
This morning I woke up and I knew you were coming into the office, Tim, and I thought, oh, when Reiner introduces me, I should say, go hello. That'd be funny.
Oh, hello.
And then I
hello.
forgot to say that.
We'll put it in post.
We can do
I
it
really
again.
appreciate
Yeah.
it. God, nothing creepier than intimidating guy, head cocked slightly to the side, just wandering towards you.
That's true.
What purpose do those claws serve, do you think?
Just total massacring.
Reach?
Yeah.
He has a very small mouth. He needs to grind people up into like little bits of a hamburger before he can possibly eat them.
He does have a small mouth. I didn't know you read that file.
Yeah. Remember when Gears of War...
Oh my God.
Sam.
I don't think Leon's about to have a head in a second.
He'll be okay. That was a healthy second.
It's fine. It's fine. I learned something from that encounter, and we're gonna be good.
I wish they learned something about a drop shadow.
Yeah, that font.
How many times have you died so far in this, Tim?
Like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
One intentionally. for a good
true.
little joke. That was great.
So I'm gonna do this again. Yeah, one was intentional.
You said you learned something, Tim.
Oh, good lord.
I like how they point at you after you blow off one of their heads. Like, you're just standing there. And they're like, nope.
I think it was that man who murdered my friend.
Could it be the guy holding up the gun? No. Oh, yes, it's him.
It's really,
These guys are
Oh,
intimidating.
this is good,
Weird.
too.
oh, baby.
Actually, if you could keep him down here.
No, because the
segregated
other
from
guy will hear the
others.
shotgun and just
You
looks-
think so?
charge.
He looks like he's tiptoeing around when he doesn't see you.
Ah! God, that's intimidating. It's never not intimidating. Like,
And that sound is so iconic. I have it drilled into my head. That it sounds a little bit like that.
and it's like that was spot on, Ben. What they do is they force you to attack these other guys, which makes you make noise.
Ads, yeah.
And
Oh, take it.
That's
You
good.
said no, didn't you?
I think he
just
used it.
I accidentally think I hit over.
Oh my god.
See, these are the kind of things that happen when you get stressed.
moron mistakes?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Another
big time.
lesson for next time. Don't make moron mistakes.
Okay. Thanks for speaking up.
I love
Watch out, watch out. Oh, he's charging. Where's his friend?
Yeah, that's a good question. I kind of like that they're not together.
So this isn't the first place you fight these guys?
No, there's two separate encounters.
Okay. God, this is the one that I definitely remember. I don't remember the first place they show up.
There's one in a jail.
Okay.
I hope he's not in here. Usually this isn't as tough for me because I'll have the sniper rifle. Oh hey.
Yeah, for being mindless drones, they sure go to the effort of getting dressed in the morning.
That's a really
Right.
good point.
And it's
what-
got to be hard with those claws, too.
And the other guys, they're so ornate. They all get those masks and wear them in unison. There's a lot of culture here that we don't really know about these folks.
They're all tatted up.
Yeah, what are those tats about?
Get out of my life! Oh my god!
But you remember when Gears of War came out and clearly...
Man, they are just the perfect team.
Anyways, Gears of War has these exact enemies in it, and they're big fans of Resident Evil 4. And it was just weird that they just ripped them out. Like, let's have the blind guys that respond to audio. Just
Yeah.
throw them in there. Have that.
We like that a lot.
Oh man, where are these guys? Okay.
Off his feet.
Where are they coming from? Okay. Man, and then they just basically turn into a hurricane of death. There's my new favorite Metallica single, actually, coming from the new album.
Has Metallica been a recurring theme today?
Yeah, sorry, I have brought it up a couple times.
Watch out. God,
This
they're
is
so
intimidating.
delicate. What if they just went towards each other and hugged?
I wish they could take each other out, like, infighting.
That would be nice. Look at those fragile little steps.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're blind. What do you want?
So all blind people walk like that, Tim? Is that what you're saying?
Marco.
That's offensive.
God damn it.
Just run, Leon. Where's Ashley at this point?
Oh, God. She got kidnapped by a big bug.
I thought it was the little creepy guy.
Well, no, she for sure got carried away by a giant
Yeah.
bug.
Yeah,
But
Lord knows you always want to bring up and reference the little creepy guy. Because you are one.
Oh, there we go.
is he coming for me?
I got a question for you about the art in this room.
What's that?
When you got a second. Actually, wait, what? Well, the statues on the walls, are they supposed to be 3D or are they paintings?
There we go.
Feels good.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't
Take
charge
those.
you.
I'm a lucky guy.
Now it's just a cakewalk.
You know what? I got 50 handgun rounds. I'm gonna start. But no, you really want to make those shots count. Okay, I'm gonna switch. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stick with this.
Nice.
He really freaked out when I
See,
hit this.
those are like 2D, right?
It's kind of a 2.5D type situation.
But then when you turn, what is that, bump mapping?
That's a good question.
It certainly
They
is.
start to look 3D. Very
Oh,
That was close.
trick of the eye.
look at that. There we go.
Beautiful.
Make them bleed pus.
I feel so relieved after every encounter like this that I forget that no, it just gets more and more intense every time. Like it seems like the odds are really stacked against you.
What, Tim, because I know you're a worrier, when you're flying here and thinking about this playthrough, what section of the game were you worried about? Like, I want to make sure I don't look like an asshole during this part.
Well, it's too late for all of that. No, that's a really good question.
You did very well on that, Tim. That's a tough
Thank
fight.
you.
That is a very tough fight. What?
The thing that I worry about the most is anything where you play for a long time and like you can die at the last second and have to replay a lot because that's any super replay, right? Or any full playthrough. But I think that some of the fight with Verdugo, the right hand man dude, that's coming up actually comes to mind. But the whole game's it's tough. It can be very tough. But
There he is.
Oh boy.
you know what? Oh wait, hold on. I got to be on the ball for this.
Oh, that's his blow out candles button.
Oh.
There we go.
Nice.
Zing.
Where was that the rest of the game?
Is this Batman Forever?
Where's the satisfying sound of one's impalement?
I like that line.
Yeah, that's good.
Would fall for this old trick.
Good stuff.
You like shot him in the earring horn.
Reiner, do you remember who the end boss is in this game? But you do remember Salazar, right?
Yes.
He had such a lasting impact compared to... I don't even remember what the hell's at the end. Remember you fight the...
Sadler.
Been a long time, comrade guy?
Well, you fight Krauser as well, but Krauser hasn't actually been introduced yet.
Okay.
I remember the... Well, I don't want to say it. I remember the last sequence.
I remember that too, yep. But I don't
The
remember
gameplay
big
after
bad.
the fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oswald Sadler, he's the leader of the cult, controlling all the parasites in the dudes.
But for normal people, that guy's more memorable.
Thank you.
Well, he's
Capcom,
also
Thank you.
he also has a earlier, more prominent role. So I mean, I don't know.
He's a more distinct figure.
And if you didn't beat the game, like
Right.
this castle would probably
I really remember the boulder. That's the guy I remember the most.
That little wolfie.
Ben, I thought about it a little bit more, and what I think I was most anxious about for this playthrough is knowing that I wasn't going to have probably the time, or it wouldn't really be that fun just to watch me play a shooting range for several hours, because I always get every bottle cap in the shooting range, and I go for every single treasure and all that usually. And that gets you extra money, which makes you stronger, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just not... I want this to be a pretty focused playthrough. So
Rare things on sale.
makes me wonder if I'm going to, be a little underpowered. But I like the extra challenge.
I think you're right on point with this. So
I think you're
doing
naturally
good.
very overpowered with this stuff.
Yeah, you're doing good.
Was it added stress realizing, oh, now I'm Capcom representing this thing? It's no longer Tim Turi in a Game Informer basement playing these games.
Probably not as stressed about it as I should be. Okay, perfect. But our community...
And now he's just going to be barfing the rest of the time.
That's true. The Game Informer community is pretty rad when it comes to that stuff too, which is part of the reason why I like to come back and do this stuff.
How's the Capcom community?
Rad as well.
Is it like if you do bad, would they be like, oh god, this guy sucks?
I mean, I think part of it comes from like I don't pretend to be some sort of complete expert, so I don't know.
No, but Jeff has a point. Does the Capcom community suck?
Oh, like do people come after me if I do a bad job?
Yeah.
No, not really. No, I haven't seen
good.
it. But I'll be the first to admit when I screw something up. So, the striker. So that's
Yes.
is that your shotgun?
No, I've stuck with the one you have now, I think.
Okay.
But look at that thing.
It's nice. You can eventually get a 50-round drum in there. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do a thing where I buy a couple first aid sprays. They're only $5K each, and they're making this playthrough smoother.
Look at all your slots.
Hey, Tim.
Ben.
I've played like an hour of Resident Evil 6, and I've never touched 5.
Oh,
Did they
man.
ever bring back
Oh,
the human
man.
shopkeeper? Is that a thing that is going on in the series?
I'm saving now. The shop situation is only in between. Every time you die and in between chapters in Resident Evil 5 is when you do a shop. It's
Okay.
just a disembodied
That's
shop.
weird because this guy's so iconic as well. Like people love the shopkeeper so much. You think that would be like a new staple for the series, you know?
I am shocked you haven't played 5. That
Yeah,
is
I'd like
such
to at
a...
some
You
point.
play so many co-op games. It
Yeah.
is such a good co-op game.
I'll play 5 with you.
I would say yes, Tim, because I love you, but you're going to be too good. I need like a fellow moron to play through with, not someone who's like, oh, gotta min-max this territory, Shiva, you gotta go 2 degrees to the right, which is
not-
how I imagine that would go.
That's not how
That does
That's not how
sound
I
like
play
it,
that game.
yeah.
But yeah, I just like to have fun when I
It
play
is an awesome game. You got to play that, man.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
is good.
I mean, but Resident Evil 5 is also a case, like, there are certain strategies that you can employ and be smart about it and help each other out. But at the same time, like, sometimes you're just surviving. Like, in
Yeah.
this game where, like, I know what I should do in any given situation and what would be the ideal strategy, but sometimes you're like, oh, crap, I just ran out of shotgun shells, so I have to change the entire way I approach this area. Okay. So
I wonder which way you go.
sometimes I do try to fight this guy,
Oh no.
and kill him, but I'm not going to because he is a huge bullet sponge.
Oh, sewer shark?
And yes, the sewer shark. Yeah, I
Watch
think his
your
name is
step.
Verdugo. This is This is probably one of the most interesting boss fights in the game, and I think that it sort of hints at what's to come with Resident Evil 5, and like the way you fight the Ouroboros or Wesker,
Right.
or Jill. Some of those like super
Jill?
unique boss fights in 5.
Yeah.
You fight Jill?
Oh, is that?
You should play
Spoiler.
5.
Huh.
But when I first saw that cutscene there, I thought they were introducing the hunter in this one, because that is like the same way they did the hunter in Res Evil 1 from the first person
Oh yeah,
view.
yeah. They did that with the bugs too. Which
Yeah,
is
so
like
I
a-
was like, okay, this is gonna get intense. Here comes the hunter.
it's
Yeah.
a fun callback, like first person enemy intros.
I didn't notice it when I played it back in the day, but how many pre-rendered cutscenes like that are there?
Not that many, honestly. A lot of them
Okay.
are in engine.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to upgrade those to HD.
Yeah, anything that's like, I mean, that was the case with the remaster as well. As like the team went in there and like, well, you were in Japan with me.
Yeah, we sat in that hotel room together.
and talked to Hirabayashi-san about the process and stuff.
I remember that trip because that's when you were begging him for a job.
Man, I didn't think you were gonna bring that up.
More coffee, hero, we have a shit on.
What's that? Yeah, I haven't been able to say hi to him since that cover story.
Oh, really?
But I'm sure there'll be more opportunities because his team, you know, if you remember the, I guess it's kind of infamous now, but We Do It announcement video for Resident Evil 2 remake. So that's what his team's working on.
That's
Primarily.
exciting.
Yeah, I'm super pumped for that. Resident Evil 2 is, definitely my top 3.
Oh,
Oh, don't make the
you've
mistake.
been on point with these QuickTime events.
Thank you. Yeah, it's weird, like switching over from the Wii, like adjusting to the Wii QuickTime event buttons, and then coming back to this, which this is more in line with, when I played on PS2 or PS3.
Darth Malik.
Please don't hurt me. Oh, you did immediately.
You just walked right into him.
What I need to do is knock this over. I probably should have been more... Maybe should have timed that differently.
There you go.
Oh gosh,
How cool is that?
it's very cool.
It's, anytime you combine liquid nitrogen with a crazy, like, alien-ish monster, it's just... Oh, come on. You're asking for a good time. Wait, hold on a second. I'm not able to complete that thought. I'm kind
No,
of...
I think you did complete it.
I'm
Yeah,
kind
we
of
get it.
stressed out. Okay. All right. I'm good now. I'm going to... Like, I try to do my best to talk and play at the same time, but
You're doing
sometimes the cracks show. I think I'm okay here now. So, Jeff and Hanson, you've...
Really are.
How many times have you played through this?
I either 2 or 1.5. I think I might have gone 1.5 and then stopped playing in the castle again. Turned off by how long it was.
Okay. Gotcha. Jeffem's never played it.
Yeah, that's crazy, Jeff.
That is true.
You have some real gaps in your gaming history.
Now in hour
It's
2,
pretty much all early PlayStation games because I didn't have a PlayStation.
PlayStation 1 games?
this is
And
GameCube.
2.
Okay, did
Yeah.
you not have a GameCube?
No, I stopped. I went N64 to Xbox.
Yeah, baby.
That's when I
Cool
got off
guy
the
road.
Nintendo train.
What do you think it's so far? What you've seen?
It looks pretty cool. It looks frustrating. I could tell there's some of these fights I would probably throw my
Come on.
controller
You can do it.
against the wall. What is going on there, Tim?
This is Leon Vision.
Oh,
It's
shoot.
specific to the PlayStation version of the game.
I'm not sure if he's going to bust through there or not. I'm going to open the door. Oh!
The old Iceman trap.
Oh, my God.
what a
boy.
sucker.
Come on.
That was super funny.
I was asking for it.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
You got your QTE here.
Pang.
Go away. Go
So that
home.
buys me just a little bit
Oh,
of time.
I
God.
like how it doesn't affect you at all.
He's got really warm boots.
And you can hear his squishy little footsteps coming.
I was a real GameCube champion. I remember. I really loved that system, and I would always argue with my friend because he wanted to sell his GameCube, and he was a huge Resident Evil fan, and he sold it like a month before this game came out. And then the game came out and just annihilated reviews-wise. I remember GameSpot's like, it's the best survival horror game ever made, and I remember just showing him those reviews and just laughing like a maniac. Like, you choked so hard. You picked the worst time.
That is the worst time to sell it, in my opinion, anyway. I mean, there was a lot of good reasons to own a GameCube, in my opinion. But
Or just for Melee alone. Just keep it around, you know?
Yeah. The Marios, Zelda,
And then this was like,
Resident Evil. Man, they had a nice little lineup.
for sure. This came out senior year of high school for me. And then I remember freshman year of college, I was trying to convince my roommates to play it all the time. But then they always wanted to play it like drunk in a group on like a Sunday morning or something. I was like, no, this needs to be ideally to be by yourself,
won't
lights
get it.
off.
Yeah.
And I was screaming that they had to do it like in a very particular way, and then they never got around to it because I was too anal about how they had to play it. And I feel really bad about that. What do you feel bad about, Jeff?
wait, that doesn't track with anything you said, like regarding like Resident Evil 5 playing with me, and it needed to be a particular way. Just doesn't really track. I don't know.
That's a good point. That guy's got
So-
a hell of a head.
Is freezing it hurting him?
Crap.
I'm just now realizing.
It's slowing him down because what I'm doing here is waiting for the elevator to pop up.
Okay,
I
so
thought I
you're
had
just
that.
trying to avoid him.
Yes.
I mean, he is a love letter to Aliens and Predator. I mean, he is 100% Predator face, like the little, what do you call those, mandrill things? Mandibles. And then his body is total xenomorph.
He is the Predalien from the end of that first AVP movie.
He's a real apex predator. Oh boy.
Predator confusion.
What was the one that
On.
Ripley gave birth to? We don't talk about that, do we?
I've never seen the later Alien movies.
Oh, yeah.
Is
She
it-
gives birth to like a weird bipedal alien thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it have her hair?
It does. And Sigourney Weaver's face.
I need to watch that
I'm not
one.
kidding. I mean, it
Really?
is like, she gives birth to that thing.
I think I
Or
just
her
like to see the
DNA is used to
highlights.
give birth to that thing.
Yeah, no, it sucks her into like whatever.
Oh, she's in the
weird
womb with it.
thing. Yeah.
She's in the
But
womb
she
with
I
it?
need to see Alien 3.
Wait,
What are you talking
she gives
about?
No,
birth.
that's the fourth one.
It's the fourth one. So
it's
in
four
Alien
one.
3, she gives birth to a queen, and she dies with it.
Jump kick in your throat.
And she dies with it in the lava. And then they take her DNA, make
Yeah.
her, splice her with alien DNA, and that allows her to like communicate with them. And then she goes into the queen's womb, and they make
Wait, it's
that-
like a Jurassic Park 3 situation where she's like, I can speak with them.
yeah,
I can
kinda,
control
I think.
them.
Yeah, and then she gives birth to that weird thing, or she's involved in its birth.
It's Krauser.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Nice lighting, Krauser. Nice pose.
The old Ben a Wild comrade himself.
Consider it done.
He's just a one and done character, right?
He does not. Well, I mean, he appears in Darkside Chronicles, which fills in the gaps of like, he hints at some history with Leon in Darkside Chronicles, goes into some South American adventures that they go on and work
It's
together.
just good times, just going to the beach.
Yeah, they just hang out. But it's cool to see them like interact and stuff. I think Krauser, as far as like, I don't know, like the later introduced Resident Evil characters, I think he's got a cool design and like he's just a cool commando dude.
And his QTE was really tough. And so I feel like I personally just watched that scene so many times of him saying, been a long time, comrade.
Yes.
And so he really drills into your head whether you want him to or not.
That's true. Yeah, that was like the final boss of QTEs in this game, I felt like. Okay. So this is it. So we're not completely out of the castle, but we have entered another chunk of the game, which is the mines, which is kind of like an offshoot. Goes all sorts of crazy places, and then you come back up into the castle again and wrap that up.
Perfect.
Okay. You'll remember them when you see them.
The mines,
Yeah. There's a lot going on in here.
they've been abandoned for a long time. Look at all that ammo he's got back there.
Man.
Got some rare.
What do you think his mouth looks like? Why is he hiding it?
Yeah, he's got an interesting situation. There's all sorts of like theories. Everyone's got a different thought, like to him being infected, like but he's clearly very cognizant of what's going on. Like, I don't know. It's fun to read about that stuff. I certainly have no idea.
So in theory, he might just have mandibles down there,
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, I hadn't thought about
or
that.
just like bullets for teeth.
Oh, interesting.
He enunciates very well, if that's the case, though.
That is true.
I'm close to maxing
mandibles.
this thing out, but
Why not? Splurge.
yeah, I could. I haven't really put that much into my rifle, and this
You
is
use that a lot.
I do, and I think, do I have any rifle ammo actually? So I don't, I can upgrade the capacity to get a fresh, yeah, this is the right time to do that.
Based on how much he laughs, he must just be fleecing Leon. These prices must be astronomical because he just can't believe that you're buying all this stuff.
That's true, but sometimes I'm really giving him a bad deal, like selling him golden eggs for 3,000. I mean, I guess a golden egg probably is worth a little bit more.
I think it's worth a lot more.
Did I just save?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
But
this
hey,
is
he just
efficient.
did some stuff just in case.
That's how I operate, I guess. Love that animation.
That door's beyond repair.
What's your handgun, Ben, when you played through it? Did you experiment much, or?
Tim, that was over 10 years ago. Is probably the big one.
Hey, let me tell you about a really great opportunity coming up here for you to check out.
I have no memory. I remember really loving the Chicago typewriter. That's
Oh.
on your second playthrough. You get that, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's what stands out to me.
Yeah, like infinite ammo, pretty much like close to one-hit kills. Take down anything lickety split.
Hubba hubba.
Not quite like the hand cannon, which was definitely one-hit kills.
Look
but-
out!
Yeah, that's precarious.
This reminds me of 5 as well.
Yeah, there was a mine section in 5 too.
Yeah, it's weird. My memories are kind of blending together with those 2 games.
But you are putting 2 fingers on your forehead, like you're
That is
vaguely
true.
recalling these.
There's a lot. I mean,
Noise.
oh boy. Okay. Don't. Kohalo. What did we decide Kohalo meant? It was stranger.
I don't remember.
Do you
we
think-
need cork.
Do you think it's a virus?
Our bilingual interpreter.
Do you think it's a virus thing where their vocab's limited? Like when they were just normal villagers, they could speak fluently and say so many things, but now because of the virus,
now
they
they
have
only
like 3
remember.
words on the tip of their tongue, and that's
Interesting.
They can only recall so much.
it. Right. One of them's
Yeah.
Go Halo.
So I just noticed something, and it's only because I'm paying closer attention to it than I have in the past. I think I always was vaguely aware of this, but yeah, once we switch back to villagers, I am roundhousing them now instead of suplexing them. So I think that, okay, guys.
It's a courtesy thing.
Yeah, he just roundhouses villagers and suplexes.
Satanic cults,
Yeah.
he deals with a little more harshly. It's a character development kind of
It
thing.
is.
Absolutely.
He's expressing himself through gameplay.
Tim, what about the personality changes from Leon from 2 to 4? Is he the same personality in 2? I barely remember
So
2.
Leon in 2, it's interesting that you say that, Ben. So he, like Leon is first day on the job as a cop, just immediately zombie outbreak and everyone's dead and all the cops are zombies and the chief of police is like totally corrupt. Leon is like a capable guy and he's getting stuff done, but he always comes across as like he's kind of just trying hard to like make up for what's clearly like a terrible situation with just a little bit of forced, bravado. Because he's a rookie cop, like,
But he just says too many cool action guy lines for rookie cop.
yeah, or just like, just bullying around like a reporter who's in a cell.
that
or
dynamite ever gonna
trying
explode?
to boss around Ada, who Ada is like more capable than him. She's a secret agent and stuff at that point.
Yeah.
But then between that time and
Hang on, how long is this fuse on that dynamite?
oh, as long as he wants, until he dies or throws it. But anyway, all that is to say, summarize, he gets offered a job from the government in an epilogue at the end of 3, which I mentioned before. There it goes. And clearly he has some pretty rigorous training where he learns how to suplex and roundhouse kick and
And quip harder.
quip
Yeah,
harder.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Quip
good at
harder
the
than
quip.
anybody's ever quipped.
Where's everybody going?
Okay,
Bingo.
I have a question for you about
Boy, nice shoot.
Damn.
Thank you.
the world itself. So Raccoon City happens. They keep that pretty isolated, right?
The outside world doesn't know about it?
So there's a plot point in Resident Evil 6 where the president is preparing to come clean to the public about the Raccoon City outbreak.
Oh, President Evil 6, that's right.
Very good. And that's part of, before the president's turned into a zombie and stuff. But everyone knows that Raccoon City was like, that something happened, but the very truth behind it, from what my recollection of it all is that it's not, the truth isn't all out there.
And this
So
is
this
Ashley's
never
dad?
went-
What's
Is
that?
Ashley's dad is that president?
No, I think it is
Different
actually the president after
Okay.
her.
But so it's never been a global outbreak then. In the
No.
series. 6, there was a lot going on.
I think that 6 probably had the largest scale outbreak because pretty much like a tremendous town in China, like Liangshan, I think is what it's called, is the C virus is spread throughout
Right.
that.
Yeah, that's like the beginning of the game, right? Like where it's just craziness.
Actually, that one, well, no, you're thinking of Tall Oaks, which is
Oh, okay. Okay.
like the sleepier Midwestern town, and then China's a little bit later in the game. All right, but Yeah, the Tall Oaks one was a pretty significant outbreak too.
But in the movies, I know it's completely detached, but they went full global. Humanity's pretty much done.
It takes a lot of restraint not to do that.
I think it's by the third movie that it's pretty much post-apocalyptic,
Yeah.
like Mad Max-ish in a way.
Those birds got it.
But I think that's about. Yeah, my memories are fuzzy on the third Resident Evil movie. I do remember the second one had Nemesis, and you got to see all the stars and stuff.
Yeah,
like
that was the fun one.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing the series explore that.
Global.
Because it's like, we have these agencies that are kind of still fighting this and covering it up and all that, but what happens when it's like unstoppable?
Well, what does that mean for gameplay, though? Like, why would it be thrilling? Just more locations to jump to?
I think the whole kind of Mad Max allure of surviving in the end of days, where you still have the upper hand, is you could send in one agent to take down a whole thing, but what happens when it's thousands and thousands and millions of zombies? You know what I mean?
So, secret agent in a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah, or, I mean, is that more of an online kind of thing? I don't know.
Who can say?
More people playing, I don't know.
Where is that chainsaw guy? I like what you're talking about, Rainer. I just am having trouble.
Nervous about this guy. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
starting to freak out. a
there
little
he
bit.
is.
Oh boy, he's
He's
taunting
just
you.
pointing over there.
Is this? Gentlemen. Excuse me,
Come
sorry.
on, come on. Bring
No,
your torches.
Is there an opportunity for a grenade? Yes.
Now, I don't know if this is true, but
Oh,
I heard online that the chainsaw guy, he screams, "Open up your assholes."
yeah.
Ben, I think it. I don't know if that's a rough translation or not. I think you. Did you take Spanish?
Yeah.
Oh,
But that was the extent of it. I learned that,
okay.
and where's the library, and then I got out.
yeah. I'd have to maybe go on Battlefish or something and double check that. But.
All right. Well, peeps their own. Oh man, can you imagine climbing a ladder with a chainsaw?
Seems dangerous.
That's
Yeah, it
scarier
does.
than any zombie.
I am
know
mortified of chainsaws. I would never touch one.
Yeah,
Really?
I'm with
That
you.
just seems like
You'll hire.
such a
You'll hire out for that.
You're scared of
someone
this
to-
exact situation happening
well, yeah, falling off a ladder.
repeatedly and then getting shot in the arm. No, I'm with you. Like, I had to be around him a lot growing up. My dad would always use them, and then I'd have to like chop the wood and split the wood and whatnot. And it was always just the most terrifying thing in the world. Just a countdown until I had to watch my dad die.
Yeah,
He
it's
then died a
just-
horrible death at age 17.
That's a.
No,
you're
that's
pretty
not
young.
True. He is fine.
But just if the chain gets messed up or something, like I don't know, so much could go wrong.
I will admit that they do freak me out as well. Like, I don't like that. I would use one, if I had to and stuff like that, but it's just like raw power. Like, hey,
Yeah.
don't touch that thing there because it will hurt you really bad.
I mean, the guy with the sack on his head, he looks terrible, right? Like, he's not menacing, but when you put that chainsaw in his hand, it's like, oh boy.
It's a shortcut to menacing, that's for sure.
And he can't see very well because of that sack. Can you imagine him actually cutting that with little scissors, though, to get ready for his big chainsaw debut?
I'm gonna get that Leon.
Oh boy, got oil in the tank.
Snip, snip,
It's
snip,
interesting
snip.
because he's properly named, like Dr. Salvador, in the game, but it's like
Baghead is?
Egghead?
Baghead?
Baghead, yeah,
Baghead.
that's his name. Let's see, I gotta
He's a
figure
doctor?
out. Dr. Salvador, that's his name.
Wait, but there's multiple.
Yeah, I mean, I'm working with the same information you got.
So it's a whole family of Dr.
the
Bagheads?
Salvador's, yeah, he's got lots of sons. Wow.
From a
Okay,
very
oh.
young age, we put a chainsaw
There
in
we
our hand. You talk about being scared of chainsaws. Have you guys seen those band saws, like table saws, that can detect human skin, like an iPhone?
Wow.
And so they can literally be going full blast, and you can put your finger on it, and it'll stop. And
I
not
would never
hurt
do
you.
that.
way.
I
You
would
can do
never
it. Look
that.
it up. It's nutso.
Really?
Yes.
But would you ever do that if you saw one?
Never.
Yeah,
Never.
exactly.
Because I would be convinced that someone's trying to pull a prank on me and trying to get my finger for themselves.
You were gonna do it?
So in shop class, you know the jigsaw, right? That's just the one kind of small blade
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
violently
yeah.
going up and down or whatever. But I had to cut out something small in wood, and I was doing that, but I didn't hold it tight enough, and the
It go
wood
flying?
spun, but it pushed my finger into the blade just for a brief second. So I ended up getting like stitches on my finger. Like 3 stitches on my finger for it.
Oh,
but
man, just
from
for a
there,
split
it was
second,
just,
right?
Oh
Like-
yeah, just a split second. But from there, I was just mortified of those things. Any kind of
Jesus
spinning blade,
Christ.
terrible.
Oh
These
man.
snitches got stitches.
I always think of Beavis and Butthead, and when like Beavis, I think it's Beavis is just getting hypnotized by a table saw, and just touches it, and it's just like, oh, yep, your finger got cut off, and that's the rest of this episode. Is that you're an idiot.
What about, okay, so those table saws that'll stop if it touches your finger. If you saw somebody do that 3 times on the same saw, did not pull a curtain, wheel it out, wheel a new one in or anything, and then said, you can do that and I'll give you $1,000, but you have to do it with your forehead. Oh, would you do it?
Jesus, no.
But you saw him do it, and the tech
yeah,
works
but I
perfectly.
also know like how shoddy my phone is every once in a while.
Yeah.
How shoddy your phone? Yeah, just like, oh no, wigged out, downloaded an update.
Yeah, it's downloading firmware as I put my forehead on it.
Okay, $10 million? Any price? What are we getting up to?
So just as a heads up,
10 million would take care of my family, but also maybe murder me. Yeah, maybe 10 million. That might do it.
Okay, and the Gigante brothers. Tim.
Oh yeah, we're taking on 2 Gigantes at once, which is, the odds felt stacked against you in. Get out of there!
Nice. Yeah, I don't. This is awesome.
I don't know if
Look at how cool that looks.
We
It's
go
really
we go
cool.
from the Terminator 2 freezing that bad guy and then shooting him to Terminator 2 throwing in lava here.
I just found out that my girlfriend's never seen that, and I feel like I've been neglectful as a boyfriend, and I need to watch Terminator
Okay,
2 again.
has she seen one?
I feel like it.
So you gotta do that first, right?
I think so.
As brilliant as 2 is, it all kind of builds off that first one.
I mean, I fell in love with 2 as a kid before seeing 1. I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
me too.
impossible. 1 just feels like a nice novelty to have.
It's a brilliant movie,
Yeah, it holds up really well.
but 2 is just like hard to compete with. It's the best action movie of all time.
Yeah, and your girlfriend, she likes scary stuff, right? I feel like 1 is more tense. Like, I had more nightmares over 1, I think, just thinking about, like, God, what if this thing just would not stop?
I
You
mean-
could not hide from it.
Yeah, the fact that it is completely based on a James Cameron fever dream. That did you know that?
No.
He had a literal fever dream in France. I think he was talking about in France, and it was just like, a robot that wouldn't stop coming and chased him everywhere and never slept, and that was it. It was just a waking nightmare of his.
Oh, boy.
I had that with a storm. Like a storm just kept chasing me no matter where
Really?
it went. Yeah.
Have you seen It Follows yet, Reiner?
Uh-uh.
I think
haven't
you should
seen it either.
watch that based on some of the stuff we're talking about.
Okay.
It's one of the better modern horror movies in I don't know, last couple of years.
I'm just so far behind on my movies ever since my daughter entered the world. It's been tough. But yeah, that's on the top of my list for something I got to see.
Can you not open that grate again?
It's locked. You get one of them, basically.
Oh, man. Can you get both of them on
empty
that?
on bullets, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I can't remember if you can get both of them. It's a good question, but
Thank you. Now, Tim, we're recording this the week before Don't Breathe comes out. Are you excited for that?
I
In the horror movie
actually
world?
just saw the poster for that and remembered that I'm actually pretty excited to see that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be quite good.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Reviews are glowing.
So
I know
I
you
know-
don't like to look at reviews, but
I tend to avoid them for movies and stuff that I plan on seeing anyway, yeah. But I watched Hush, and I know that as a similar, it's kind of an opposite concept, right? Where the woman can't hear, and then she's being stalked by a guy.
Oof.
And then this one is the concept where some people, not like people intruded into a dude's house, and he can't see, but he really wants to kill them. Like, is he? I don't know if the concept.
I didn't watch the trailer.
Don't breathe. Okay, I won't go into it too much. Basically, it plays with like senses and stuff like that. And
So he can basically hear you breathing.
yeah,
That's
that's
the thing?
That is
That's like the
hence the
title?
name.
Okay.
You got it.
And you can shoot a bell.
Reiner, thank you for helping us get that shortcut to the entire point that I was driving at.
I was watching Jeffem's face, by the way, as you climbed onto the back of an El Gigante and sliced and diced the little wormy thing coming out. He did not change facial expressions. He did not
Didn't I?
blink. He looked consistently Jeffem style bored.
It looked interesting, but this is another one of those things where, like, Tim goes into it and knows exactly what to do here in order to make it bearable. And I feel like if I just played through this, I would get frustrated immediately.
You're a smart baby boy. Like, you would have gotten it.
Yeah, you're a big fat baby. I feel like if you just understand how to hold the control right, you could probably do it just fine.
No.
Okay, question about this guy.
Oh, yeah.
He's got the weird mouth guard little mask on.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that something the villagers put on him, or is that like a personal touch? Like he's afraid of like toxins or something?
Something's going on.
He's a bit of a germaphobe, that one. Yeah.
Speaking of Don't Breathe, I mean, yeah, the salesman has it. The El Gigantes have it.
Oh,
They're
crap!
Oh!
Tim.
Changing it up.
Oh, no.
I was not prepared for that. I
Where
will.
did that come from?
I don't know.
Where's your wolf buddy now?
Where's your wolf buddy now?
Ow.
Oh, I did save him. Yeah, he helped us out.
That'd be great if he just kept coming back.
That'd be awesome, but he's like a robot. Nah, maybe not.
And then it carried your save forward, and like every subsequent Resident Evil, whenever you were about to die, the wolf buddy would just come back.
I'm into that, actually.
Yeah, I like it.
No, I didn't mean to do that. I'll go between.
You should have fallen right into that grate, or at least like straddled it, and then your little feetsies would have touched the lava.
So you gonna charge? Don't charge. Don't charge.
Don't Charge is a good movie, too.
My feetsies. Oh, and then it could have clicked into just like a hot.
Yeah. I think every game needs a hot equivalent.
Thank you. I think you're right.
I like the little blurred effect from the heat. I
This
assume
is
that's
a
what they're going
nice
for.
arena. Very nice looking.
So we got a little cat and mouse going on here. I could use a grenade probably.
Or just shoot him in the butt 1,000 times.
Yeah, that also
There it goes.
sounds pretty good.
Oh, I thought you had a cutscene. And
Oh, did that trigger it?
oh yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna take this split second to reload.
Oh, no.
Get up on him,
Tim.
man.
Okay, here we go. It did switch it up.
Oh, this time Jim
Oh,
was
yeah.
really into it.
There he goes.
We got a knights from him. I mean, nice.
You can't see it, Hanson, but I have a huge erection. That's
Oh, I
how
love that touch.
Wow.
So they telegraphed that the first time where in a cutscene, the El Gigante topples over like a falling tree, and then you have to dodge out of it like deliberately the second time, which I think is nice. It's like you think you're out of the woods there, bro.
That transition makes it look like Leon turns into Ant-Man and then crawls through the door real quick.
I went the wrong way.
Yes, it does.
Oh, actually, oh no.
Ashley?
I think that there's a. I'm not gonna do it. Am I misremembering that you can run across the middle, and the one that you dropped into the lava his hand will bust out and
What?
pull you under?
Do
And
it.
kill you.
You gotta
but
do
you
it,
lose
Tim.
all your progress.
I think I would lose my progress. I'm trying to remember if there's something like that in this.
I don't think so.
If you walk too close, maybe when he's in his death throes, I'd have to check again. I might be misremembering, but that's a cool concept.
Look at this room.
Yeah, it's really funky.
It's
Quite the
freaking
transition.
cool.
Get those herbs, Tim.
where do you see Warps?
Right
Oh,
there.
good eye.
Holy cow.
Good eye.
Good eye.
Stranger.
Yeah. Stranger Things. Let's talk about that.
Oh yeah,
That's a thing.
stranger.
I remember seeing Tim tweet and whine like a baby, like a big crybaby about how he didn't like it.
No,
What?
Oh, Jeff's doing the thing that.
No, you did that.
Okay. Recall
You
the
said
tweet.
you were a couple episodes in, and I can't remember what, but the overall impression was you were not enjoying it. And you were like, oh, I'll stick with it. But
No. Overall, I
You're a
liked
big
it.
baby.
Hey, here's the thing. So, the conversation around Stranger Things is like people really like it, and that's great. I like it too, but I have some issues with like some characterization and motive, and
Sure.
maybe a lack of some character development, and some just being like just jarringly one-dimensional. But
This was it, like 2 episodes in, you were ready to write the entire thing
No,
up.
that's not-
You
that's-
said you'd
I would
stake
never-
your job and your whole reputation.
Wow.
Which was just...
That's a lot of words for a tweet.
Yeah.
yeah, I
It was,
I
it
called
was
up
a
Twitter.
multi-series one, and you numbered each one
No,
as you went on.
I actually contacted Twitter, and they helped me work around it. Just for
Right.
they realized how important it was.
Yeah.
But no, I stuck with it. I liked it. There's some things that were a little like, okay, I don't know if I believe that this character would exist in this universe. Or
Would you be saying this if it weren't for the hype and seeing a constant barrage of it?
no. I was excited for it. Like first time I saw the trailer, and I was out there talking about it, and then I started watching it, and then it felt like I watched it the first weekend it came out, and then it felt like a couple weeks later is when everyone really, really started discovering it. And like again, don't get me wrong, I really like it, but like I think that I didn't think it was particularly scary. And for example, I was watching a scene where like the other day I'm rewatching some of it because I just want to make sure I'm doing my due diligence here.
When you write that essay about how much
Yeah.
it sucks.
I won't go too into it in the case anyone hasn't seen it.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil
Yeah,
it.
I don't want to
Please don't.
spoil anything.
But I hear you on some of the characters for sure.
Thank you.
Feeling one-dimensional, and I hope they kind of address that in season 2.
Yeah.
But there is what is going on in that show. It has me like so intrigued. Like I can't wait to see how deep they go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely excited for to see where they take it because it's off to a super strong start. Music's good, the aesthetics good, the tone is awesome.
Yeah, they got the Spielberg 80s vibe down like
Yes.
you wouldn't believe.
Okay, how
And
many?
those guys are fairly newcomers too, the directors.
Oh yeah.
What are this called? What are they called again? The something brothers?
Duffer Brothers.
Duffer, yeah.
Duffer Brothers, yeah. And the only thing I saw is they did like some kind of indie thing, and then they went right to this. And it's kind of crazy that Netflix would take a chance on them like this.
I mean, they must have.
Must have had a hell of a pitch.
Yeah, right.
Remember nostalgia?
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Remembrance.
And that is kind of
Do you like the Goonies?
That's kind of the most annoying part, I think. At some point, it's just so overwhelming that you start like all the kind of homages to other 80s movies get a little overwhelming at some point.
I mean, that's definitely part of it for me too, Jeff. And I feel like some people maybe haven't been as plugged into other media that's been doing that for a while. It's been kind of like a trend recently. And I also watched it when I was in the middle of Ready Player One. So I don't know.
Do they have any references to The Fly in it, which might be appropriate for this room?
Ooh.
Yeah.
In Ready Player One?
No, in Stranger Things. I haven't
You know
seen
what?
it.
I wonder.
You haven't watched Stranger Things?
No.
Oh, man. You're missing out. But anyway, Matt and Ross Duffer, the first thing they did was called Hidden, which is listed as a drama horror film starring Alexander Skarsgård. So I'm going to have to check that out.
Wow.
What
is
it's
it
a pretty
called?
big name. Hidden.
Hidden.
And then they did 4 episodes of Wayward Pines, which I've heard good things about. I haven't seen that either.
That feels like it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, that was 2015.
Okay, wow.
So this is all 2015 they did Hidden, 2015 they did those episodes of Wayward Pines, and then Stranger Things.
Netflix is on it.
Yeah, they are on
Yeah,
top of it.
seriously.
Way to go. I want, at the end of every game like this, just a little post-credit sting just showing the main character just thinking about what he just went through and just going like, Jesus Christ! Or just like losing sleep, like Iron Man 3 style or something. Because this is super effed up what Leon's trying to do
correct.
here.
Yeah.
The end of Pineapple Express, I think it was. There's a moment where all the characters are like in a diner talking about all the crazy crap that happened in that movie. I thought
Oh,
it
I
was
love that.
brilliant. I loved that. I thought it was such a cool touch where you're just like,
It grounds it.
holy crap, this happened. Love that stuff.
It absolutely like immediately grounds it. Yeah, I like that too. Guys.
Yeah.
Tim, I don't know if I want to let you in this club.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not really into it anyway.
Oh, someone carved the little bug.
I think is it just the two of them? Oh yeah, look at this.
Man, Indiana
right on
Jones
that
crap right
mirror.
here. Mirror, mirror.
Really glad they installed that mirror up there.
What a puzzle.
Ooh,
Wow, that must be hot.
hell of a door. Hell of a texture.
It started out okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, cut away, cut away.
Please.
Oh no! Ugh, get off of me.
Those guys are cool.
Do you guys ever want to imagine a world where Resident Evil 4 never came out? Or maybe it was more faithful, maybe it was like the original version of Resident Evil 4. Do you think, like, how would it have changed the industry? Gears of War wouldn't exist?
Oh,
would
yeah,
eventually
yeah.
we have
Okay,
gotten to
interesting
like the
question.
standardized third-person action games anyway?
This over-the-shoulder camera,
Right?
that would have had a huge effect on a lot of games.
We would have gotten to it no matter what, right?
Maybe not quite
Probably.
like it developed. It might be a little different.
Fewer QTEs?
Yeah, definitely fewer. Maybe God of... When did God of War come out?
I want to say 2005 as well, wasn't it?
Because they were both like the innovators of QTE, right?
Well,
I want to say this one was first.
well, if you want to go Shenmue,
Well, I mean, those are like a failed experiment, I would say.
okay.
Like overdone.
Oh,
Okay.
Shenmue was a real.
It was a big
Pioneer in
game,
that, yeah.
but I would say I don't think people looked at that as being like the driving force of that experience in any capacity. Whereas in Res Evil, they're suspenseful. They come out of nowhere. They're an integral part of the experience. And then God of War, it was for the big finishers, the big payoffs, right?
Sure.
Whereas in Shenmue, you're playing soccer, driving a bike down the street.
I mean, there's a reason.
Those are more like Dragon's Lair.
There's a
Yeah.
reason that, Kawada-san, the producer of 7, went out of his way to say there will be no QuickTime events in Resident Evil 7.
Oh, really?
They listen. They listen very closely. All right. So I know one of these is a trick somewhere. I
Really?
think.
Wonder when Telltale will say that.
And we've got nothing.
There'll be no QTEs, and we're out of business. So thank you.
Somebody want to buy some chairs?
I think this just locks the middle one. Yeah. Okay. So now we can actually. Feel bad for anyone who missed that.
Oh man, that would suck. Kyle,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
you'd be
without a
throwing
doubt.
an egg at these things.
Are you, Reiner, are you like cultivating Kyle as the new play during replay no matter what guy? What's the philosophy here?
No, it's not. It's for our morning thing. Like he really wanted to play Shadow. He really wanted to play Shenmue. Mm-hmm. So that's cool. But I want to alternate with him. But on replay itself, no, we can have other people. I just think about who might be the most entertaining for that episode.
Oh.
It's tough. I think we didn't give Tim enough credit for nailing the playing while talking.
Oh, it's a skill for sure. We say that over and over. I know people roll their eyes at it, but seriously, it can be challenging to do that and focus on four people, like three people talking at once, and try to have a voice in that as you're trying to kick ass in a game. Yeah, that could be tough.
Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I mean, I always felt, I still look back and I still feel bad. Like I was maybe I wasn't sharing enough.
No, I think we made that intentional because you were good at it.
Oh, well, thank you.
Personally, I think it was a bad decision to fire Tim.
I'll admit that there's... yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
think...
the framing it like he went to Capcom was genius.
Well, you got a positive spin. It's all about that positive spin.
Is it?
What I was going to say is that...
Sail, stranger.
I think that there's also some instances where maybe I was at a disadvantage for being at the controls majority of the time. But
Almost like other people didn't want to do it.
it was like certain super replays. Some people were more interested to play than others.
But we had other. Well, Jeff Cork kind of blew it on Psychonauts and Zelda, right? Dan Reichert on Half-Life.
It was a character in of itself.
It's a good spin.
Let's see.
I messed
I
that
kind of
up.
blew it on Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah, that Dark Cloud episode that I played that we had to scrap, I really blew it
That was
on.
kind of blown.
Oh, did you guys start?
Fava killed it on Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, that's because
And he was being,
only
like,
because I
ribbed
knew
the whole
it so
time.
often, or I had played it so many times that.
Did you have to focus a lot, or were you able to keep it pretty casual?
Oh, he was pissed.
Yeah,
he had a rage.
having Dan probably actually helped. I probably said more because he was on it, but it was mostly swear words. So.
Poking and prodding the entire time.
Yeah.
Speaking of poking and prodding, I just really noticed that the interface for like going into this gun menu is like the stranger's belt. I'll just call him the stranger. I know that's not quite correct. So does that imply, since you're pressing the button, that you're actually the one physically opening his belt and like undoing it
is
and
a
just like
little weird,
whipping his
yeah.
clothes open?
I don't know if I ever thought about that. I think I never thought about that or wrote extensive fan fictions about that. No. But
Maybe
yeah,
that's
it-
why he's always laughing.
the
He's
aesthetic,
in such a good mood.
the aesthetic
tickers.
does match. How are we doing?
I do got to point out for Kyle though, that guy knows Mega Man like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, man, I would-
watching him play Mega Man is a treat. Like,
X?
he's so good at those.
All right.
So having a knowledge of the games and being, playing the games over and over, like you were saying, playing this a dozen times or whatever, definitely helps have kind of that muscle memory to a degree.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I need to make Kyle play Mega Man. I don't know if I've actually witnessed a lot of
Yeah,
that.
I think the X games, he's just like
X, I bet he can
a
fly.
savant. Yeah.
Tim, since you left, did you have a moment where you woke up in a cold sweat and thought, "Oh, we didn't ever get to replay this game. I missed this one."
Yeah, it was this one. It was Resident Evil 4. It's just like, not on my watch. It needs to get done.
And the one time we did it as a replay, Dan Reichert's dad was there, really
Oh man.
slobbering all over it.
I should go back and watch that.
It's fun. It's a
Oh,
fun
I like
thing.
Dan's dad and Dan.
Hey
but
guys, how's it going?
yeah, we probably didn't do the best justice to the game
okay.
in that one. It's more about the entertainment.
But I mean, Dan's dad does know this game.
Oh
It's
yeah,
true.
yeah, he does.
So actually, in this whole episode, was it just this whole episode? I think that we slogged through all the mines and then came up on the other side, and now we're about to continue a little bit of the castle. We may sidestep for some Krauser
Hoping
stuff.
We get a
but-
save here quick.
Oh, I just saved.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we should end there.
Seems like a good spot. Yeah.
If you want to go save that little bit of progress right there. But
Those couple guys. All right, I'm gonna lock it in, bank it. What is this? Little spinel? Oh, I'll be. Thank you.
thank God. Hey, there's no save ribbons in this. That's different.
No, yeah.
Thank
it's,
God indeed.
Was that the first one they did that with?
Take off the
Or was
governor's
it-
spring. Yeah, I mean, in a mainline Resident Evil game, yeah, this is the first
They kept
one.
the typewriter, but no ribbons.
No ribbons. I think we are actually going in here.
Yeah, there
There
you
it
go.
is.
Okay, yeah, duh. We just watched this. All right, that is another episode in the can or
Yes.
on the internet for you to watch.
Good progress.
People over at Capcom Unity, Game Informer, YouTube, thanks for your support. We'll see you in another episode.